Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters. I am pleased and proud to introduce and to evaluate Todd Bagley. He has his master's level in business professional with over 15 years of corporate experience and 7 years of multi-million-dollar sales success. Todd Bagley is a resident of Lake Forest with his wife and 3 children. He is going to be presenting this morning his first speech, the icebreaker speech. This is your opportunity to give your first prepared talk and break the ice. So you come up with a familiar subject, usually about yourself. Select 3 or 4 interesting aspects of your life that will give your fellow Toastmasters insight and understanding of you as an individual. Once you have the highlights of your talk in mind, weave them through into a story. This is if you were telling it to friends over a dinner table. The more personal your talk, the warmer the relationship will be between you and your audience. And again, you have opening, body, and conclusion. And it's best to memorize the beginning and also the conclusion. I'd like to introduce Todd Bagley.
Thank you. And good morning, members and guests.
Good morning.
Change. My first decade was full of change. My parents met at Azusa Pacific College, and since my mother lived in Arizona, my father took a job at Grace Community Church in Tempe in order to marry his bride. And that's how I came to be born in Phoenix, Arizona. Within a year, we had moved to Cerritos, California, and shortly thereafter, my sister was born, Stephanie. After completing preschool and 2 years of elementary, my father moved us to Glendora, California. For me, everything about 3rd grade was new. In 1980, my life in Lake Forest began. My father had accepted a position at Lake Hills Community Church, right down the road here. It's a cross line. And 4th grade, the only thing that was familiar was the things were new again. Work. My second decade was consumed by work. Unlike most 4th graders, I looked forward to homecoming at my parents' alma mater. This was a time for me to be able to run up and down through the bleachers at the football game and solicit doing gopher to the snack bar for complete strangers. And every year I would come home with pockets full of shiny quarters. Very much enjoyed that. Over the next 8 years, I matriculated through Rancho Cañada Elementary, Serrano Intermediate, and El Toro High School. Freshman year was all about water polo and swimming. However, the call of after-school jobs beckoned and put the kibosh on my athletic career. Food serving at Rossmore Tower, right down the road here. And then El Torito near Laguna Hills Mall, followed shortly after. And over at Lake Forest in Moulton, I worked at a sign company. Only after a disenchantment with high school in my 3rd year, I tested out of high school at El Toro and started immediately at Irvine Valley College. The following year, I was up in the Bay Area working toward and then successfully entering San Jose State University pursuing an art degree, history and studio practices. Only after completing a business minor and within 2 courses of completing my major, I discovered that the final 2 courses were offered occasionally.
Oh, no.
Instead of hanging around to complete my final year of school, I dropped out, moved back down here to Orange County, Lake Forest, to open up a side company. Experience. My third decade was full of experience. In 1992, I launched 100% installation, outsourced sign solution for Orange County businesses. Because my former boss was very well respected in the community, I found business quite easy. Everyone was following Bill's lead in tapping my new business in the past. When I discovered the internet a year later, I closed 100% installation and started up a company called Internet Management Systems. It was the first to offer web page services to Orange County small businesses, a full year of service for $100. Like every other .com, I went to New York City and approached investors. Upon the return from my very first trip, I received an offer for $500,000 for 20% of my company.
Wow.
The dog had caught the bus. I didn't have a plan. I realized that I didn't, and I humbly declined the offer. 2 years later, in 1999, we won a second $500,000 offer from an entirely new investor. But this time we had a plan. About that same time, my bride, Corinna, and I had recently married. And then within a year, we had raised another $1.3 million. Had patented successfully technologies in over 25 countries. Things were looking up. But at that time, I also found that my partners were offering me an exit. And I was a little out of my capabilities. So I took the exit, went back to school. Went to Long Beach State University, pursued a business administration degree with an emphasis in marketing. Worked for Tonhay International, a wholly owned subsidiary here in the United States with Sonar Safety Systems. And I led a sales and marketing team calling on the nation, selling an aftermarket safety solution for the transportation industry. In 2002, my wife and I bought a condo in Ladera Ranch. We started finding some high success. Our daughter, Madeline Jean, was born. The following year, I graduated from Long Beach State with my degree in business administration. In 2004, we sold our condominium that we bought in Ladera Ranch for a tiny profit. And then I went to work for Verizon Wireless. 5 years of business sales experience at Verizon. And I earned an MBA from Pepperdine University. Left Verizon to start Keytro.com, which is designed to revolutionize business-to-business sales. And then I'm finding myself now at the Chamber of Commerce for Orange County. Thank you for your time.
Wow.
Our next evaluator is